The following is intended for mature audiences only. Discretion is advised.
How do you know you're shopping somewhere that you can't afford? You can't see the price until you put it in your cart. Okay, don't hide things. Okay, what are you hiding? Because if it was $29.99, you'd be bragging. With this, no, they hide it because it's $13,000. I clicked on a rug. It was just like a brownish. I don't even know if I want brown. I don't know what I want. That's also the problem. I'm an indecisive bee.
Hey everybody, it's Theresa. Welcome to Exaggerated. Let's get into it.
Hi everybody, welcome to Exaggerated. I'm so glad that you're here this week. Let me just start out by saying we're gonna run bum right into this. This was the most hot mess expressed podcast setup recording night that I've ever had. A series of 26 different events have led me to this place where, if you will, I am recording this episode 6 of Exaggerated Season 2 in my house. My studio is not set up yet, so I hope this sounds good. My editor is going to listen to this and be like, this sounds horrible. What happened? And I'll be like, I did the setup myself. So I just set this up quick because a bunch of stuff happened and a bunch of stuff got booked for tomorrow when I was supposed to record, whatever. The details don't matter. You guys are getting an episode on time in your little Thursday morning. So hi and welcome. Good morning. It's night for me and I'm having a glass of wine. Thanks so much. Here's the ice sounds. It's a very ASMR episode. My friend's going to lose her mind. She's going to be like, actually, I could hear the ice. I earned this glass of wine, okay? I wouldn't even call myself a wino. I definitely drink wine when I have a drink, but I'm not a big drinker. And tonight, I was like, oh, please. We had the craziest week. My daughter's been sick. I've been sick. We've had cancellations. We've had rebookings. We've had all this stuff. I've been working a ton, which I can't complain about because as an artist, we have to work to support ourselves and our lives and our families and stay alive. But sometimes the gigs, so to speak, or the jobs are not really like the jobs that light our hearts on fire, right? Like we still have to show up and kind of do that catering job, do that modeling job, do that, little quick commercial maybe, that isn't as glamorous, but it pays well and it's fun or whatever. So I've been working a lot and tonight I was like, I got to do the podcast because I got booked for tomorrow and I'm not going to be able to do it and this and that. And I was going through my head and I was like, I'm just doing it at home. Because eventually that's my goal is to have this space that I'm in now, hopefully it sounds good, set up as a studio, how it was in my last apartment. But I'm dragging my feet a little bit because I want it to be the perfect space and decorated perfectly and this and that. And I don't think any house gets ready that quickly. We moved exactly 1 month ago. All the moving boxes are empty. Everything's put away somewhere, but the place it's not homey and cozy. It's cozy, but it's not my house yet, I was shopping for a rug. And firstly, why is it so hard to buy a rug? And I don't even mean the fact that the ones that I end up liking and clicking on, and then I put the size that we need, which is an 8x10, which is a pretty regular size rug. And I get, I click on it and I put 8x10 and I put it in my cart because you can't see the price until it's in the cart. How do you know you're shopping somewhere that you can't afford? You can't see the price until you put it in your cart. Okay, don't hide things. Okay, what are you hiding? Because if it was $29.99, you'd be bragging. You'd be like, it's on sale, under $30. With this, no, they hide it because it's $13,000. I clicked on a rug. It was just a brownish. I don't even know if I want brown. I don't know what I want. That's also the problem. I'm an indecisive bee. But I click on this brown rug and I'm like, oh, this is kind of cute. Whatever. Let me see what this is about. $13,200. What, sir? What's it made out of? Baby tears and youth? What's going on? What are you giving me? If I buy that rug, what's going to happen? Does it vacuum itself? Does it repel stains from two very cute but very useless dog pets and a toddler's sticky hands? Will it make sure that my husband takes his muddy shoes off every day? Like, what is this rug gonna do? Is this rug a personal assistant? Does this rug respond to emails? I would pay $13,000 for a rug that responded to emails. And that's that. I would pay, what else? If I had a rug that responded to email, that would be amazing. Imagine Teresa's not in right now. Who's this? Her cashmere rug. I was $13,259. So I just write, she'll get back to you soon in emails. Anyway, but my point in saying this is there ever a point? Ah, ha, ha, hardy har har. No. Is it's so difficult to find rugs because, like, how did people used to do it, right? Like back in the days before the internet, you probably went down to the local Joe Schmo's ruggery shop and you went knock, knock, knock. Hey, Joe and his wife, and the kids are under the desk and nip naps. And you're like, how many rugs do you have? And he's like, 3. There's a blue, a mauve, and a white. And if you're like, oh, well, Betty Sue just got the mauve, blue clashes with my living room, guess we'll go with the white. Like, that's how I feel like it used to happen. Now, you just search 8x10 rug. Say in my case, I thought maybe I wanted an ivory rug. So I said 8x10 ivory rug. Okay. Looked it up. There is firstly 70 pages on whatever website you're looking at. Then the second that you search for that, you get 26 ads all over your social media for rugs. So now I'm feeling like a 25-year-old boy on Tinder. I'm swiping and swiping and swiping because I think there's always something better. I like this rug. It's the right size. It's a decent price. Do I click add to cart? Sure do. Do I purchase it? I do not. I do not, because I'm still swiping in the other windows of my browser, and I'm swiping through and I'm looking for something better. And it doesn't make me a good person. But I feel like that's probably that like is the problem with dating today. Like, I've been married for 150 years, but like dating today must be so hard because the same way I'm swiping for rugs, like people are swiping for people. And I don't mean to sound like a total like crazy boomer who's like, the internet ruined the world. But like, I definitely think it was more simple. Because like if you have an app that's just like filled with people and you go on a date with some guy and he's got a crooked left tooth and one leg's a little longer than the other, like you have way more of a hope and reason that you could like just swipe and find somebody new. So you look at the screwed up tooth and the short leg without looking at, well, he was really funny and had a great job and was so grounded and cool to be around. Like, you focus on the wrong things because you think you might be able to swipe for something better. I feel like this is like not a hot take. Like, this is the problem with dating apps and like the internet and social media and everything, because we all are like convinced that something like better is happening online, but it's never true. You always talk to the person who like is killing it online and they're always like, it's not going great for me. Like I don't know. I feel like I rarely meet, I don't meet a lot of like wildly famous internet personalities, but sometimes I do feel like you meet them and they're like, still, again, like always looking for the next thing. Like, oh yeah, I got all these followers, but now I don't have the engagement. Oh, I have the engagement, but I need the sponsorships. Oh, I have it's like, oh, I guess that's life, right? That's life. Ba-da-da-da. This is my first glass of wine. I just sing when I'm sober. We're just having a little inch of wine together, guys. This is great. I'm drinking Sauvignon Blanc, and it's actually the wine, I've probably talked about this before, but it's the wine that we like became obsessed with in COVID. And actually it's funny because this month is like 4 years since the whole pandemic. So weird, man. Like 4 years ago, we were all like eating ice cream out of the tub and watching Governor Cuomo and like making memes about him being our boyfriend. And now like a lot of people died. A lot of people lost or changed their jobs. Like life is different, man. Whew, the world is having a rough time. But anyway, we discovered this wine in COVID. And I remember like it was like the first or second week, and we got like 2 bottles. We were like, ooh, we're gonna have 2 bottles of this wine. We went back promptly the next night and got like 8 bottles. Because like, remember things would be only open for a certain amount of time? That was a wild time. So yeah, I earned my wine because my microphone and my setup was stressing me out. But it's because I haven't done my setup yet, and because I want it to be perfect. And maybe that's a lesson, guys. Maybe that's a life lesson that, like, striving for perfection or always waiting for it to be more is not the way to do it. Like this episode, I want you guys to have your episode on time when you expect it so we can all just have a fun, silly time. This show doesn't matter what microphone it is or what room it is or whatever, you know? Until my editor calls me and says this is unusable because it sounds like shit. And then I have to start over and then I'll cry. No, I won't. Oh my gosh. So we have a mall near us now, in our new place, like a closer, it's not like near us, like walking distance. We don't live in, I live in a plaza. What am I even saying? I moved in a plaza in between a gift shop and a nail salon. And it's just a little house and I walk out into the mall. No. But we're like driving distance from a mall. And so I brought my daughter the other day because it was like raining out. You're like, all right, let's like go to the mall. Let's walk around. Like we got to get out of the house, do something. It was like lashing rain. My ceiling literally got a bubble of water and like they have to like fix it now because of how much rain there was. Like I was in a boat last week on the FDR sailing home. Okay. I was putting the wind in my sails of my car on the FDR. There was so much water. It was wild. And we actually had a show that night, a sketch show, and it was sold out. So people swam to our show, or they lived right next door, or they took a canoe. There's a lot of ways to travel in the water. But it was really, really rainy and nasty. So anyway, we went to the mall. Like, imagine me justifying, well, we went to the mall because, but anyway, there was an Easter bunny there, right? And it was very cute because, and like I was like raised Catholic. We celebrate Easter, but we celebrate the kind of Easter that's like about chocolate eggs and like baskets and Easter egg hunts. We're not like he is risen and pulling the nails out of Jesus's palms. You know what I mean? Like we just do the fun Easter, so to speak. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything. I think my cousin makes a bread that's like the shape of a cross. But like other than that, like we don't, when we were little, like we went to church and stuff, but we don't do that anymore. So I bring my daughter to the mall. She sees the Easter bunny. She goes to see him all the time, but we go to Bass Pro Shop, upstate New York. It's free. If you get the cute picture, you can like buy the pictures if you want them. Like if you look at this picture at Bass Pro Shop with a fake man in a rabbit suit, okay, and you look at that and you go, wow, I need 16 printed wallets of that photo. If that's the visceral reaction you have, line up for it. Get your credit card out, get ready to scan it because that's available to you. But the place we go to upstate, you could take pictures with your cell phone. They don't care. It's like a free service to get people into the store. And to be honest, they're so smart because we show up there for the bunny. It's a big long line, but it's really fun and there's all these kids there. And you end up spending so much money in the store. Like my husband and I buy hats because we think we're like Gen Z cool people. Like we buy my daughter stuffed animals. Like my dad comes with us and he buys, like it's outrageous because we go for a free photo and we spend $200 before we're out the door, like at Bass Pro Shop. Do I look like somebody who does anything with a Bass or a Pro? Like, hello. So long story longer, here we go. She sees the Easter bunny and she's into it, but I realize, and you know how like if you're a parent listening to this, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Like you know your kid better than anybody, better than you know yourself. So I know that she likes this rabbit, but she only likes it because it's a little purple house and there's Easter eggs the size of her, an orange one, a yellow one, a purple one, a green one. They're all decorated with stripes. Like that's what she likes. Homegirl does not want to walk in and sit on Mr. E.B. Bunny's lap. I know that's not what she wants to do, but she thinks she wants to do that. And she's too. So there's no compromising. So we walk up the path. Now, mind you, this is like 10 o'clock in the morning. Probably like, I think the Easter Bunny got there this week. Like this was like day one of like the Easter Bunny being there. So there's not a soul around. You walk into the shed and you smell, and it smells like fresh wood because they just built it. Okay. So you're in there in this little purple hut and she's like, mommy, eggies, mommy, carrot. Cause there's this other rabbit, like like a fake stone rabbit, and he's like brown with polka dots, and he has all these carrots. It's adorable. The setup is so cute. The bunny is sitting there, slumped forward, lethargic, barely waving. And I was like, we gotta go, girlfriend. This bunny's dead. So finally, somebody pops up, wakes up from behind the desk and is like, oh, hey, you're here on day one of the bunny. And I was like, oh, yeah, she kind of just wants to say hi to him. Like, I'm thinking it's just like the one upstate that's just like, oh, pop in, whatever, they don't care. Apparently, I was wrong. So they're like, oh, does she want to sit with him and take a picture? And I was like, oh, I don't think so. I think she just likes to look at the decorations. So I walk over to the bunny and I kind of give him a nudge because I think he's asleep. And I'm like, hey, sir, could you bunny it up for the kid? Like, so he finally looks up, he looks over his eye, he's like, and gives a little wave. And I was like, either this MFer is old as hell, high as hell, or dead asleep. Like, there is no in between at this point. So she predictably won't go near this thing. She's like, Mommy Eggy, Mommy Carrot. I go, oh, do you want to talk to the bunny? She backs straight up against the shed wall and says, no. Because that's what my daughter does now. She goes, no, to everything. She was like, no. And I was like, oh, okay, like, you don't have to. And they were like, oh, she could go on your lap. Now, mind you, I'm at the mall with my baby child in the rain at 10 o'clock in the morning. You think I had my eyebrows filled in? You think I had my hair combed? I never combed my hair. I looked like a hot mess express. So did she. I mean, like, I had like clothes on, but I don't like go to the mall in like Mickey Mouse pajamas, dear God. So anyway, I digress. So they go, you could sit down and she could take the picture on your lap. And I said, okay, cool. I put her on my lap. We take a nice little picture. She's stone-faced in it. I'm like, oh, thanks, ha ha ha. They're like, why don't you have her sit by herself? And I'm like, sir, do you not feel the vibes in here? Do you not understand that my daughter just wanted to walk into the little purple house and now we're in this rigmarole tennis match conversation with you guys? Like, don't you see what happened here? So I sit her down next to the lethargic Yonkers rabbit and she recoils from the experience. The bunny is sitting there on the right. She leans in a perfect diagonal slash to the left and just straight over like, I don't want to be near this dude. And it was so cute and so sweet. They look at me and they said, okay, great. Which package do you want to buy? And I said, oh, no, thanks. Like, well, we said hello to the rabbit. Thanks so much. They were like, oh, okay, then you could just do the first option, which is the pictures delivered digitally and one print for $54. Sorry, I'm not one to talk about the price of things too directly unless it's like a great sale at a TJ Maxx, but $54 when you just watched my baby child recoil from this rabbit in the rain? Like, what are we doing? So obviously I paid it because I'm not like thrilled about confrontation, right? So I buy the pictures. They're perfect. They're so cute. It was worth every penny because it literally turned into like a toy. Like, she looks every single day at these pictures and she goes, Mommy, more money? Mommy, more money? And money is bunny. She doesn't have the B sound right away. But it's interesting because she has the B sound on other things. But yeah, for that, she's like, more money, more money. That's what it sounds like. And I know that's not as cute when I do it, but ooh-wee, is she cute when she does it. And she wants every day to go back and see this bunny. And we went one time because we had to return something at a store nearby. And she realized exactly where we were. And she made me like walk over to him and like go see him. And I let her look through like the shed window. And I was like, oh, look, he had a little baby. And I was like, he can't hang out with you right now because he's with a baby. And she looks at me so cute and serious and she goes, Bunny, baby. And then she sees my husband after he does the return and goes, Daddy, bunny, baby. Like, sorry, Dad. Sorry to burst your bubble. But the bunny, he's with a baby. We got to get the fuck out of here. Like, it's outrageous. Yo, toddler brains are outrageous. You wonder why I'm drinking. So yeah, I don't know. I just think like it was just so funny and so perfect. And we just had a crazy week, but I'm so excited. It's like warm in New York City. And what's really interesting about when it gets warm in New York City, like 65 to 70 degrees in New York City is different. It's a different experience than anywhere else in the world, because all of a sudden it could be 10:30 in the morning, your eyes open and you go, I need tacos. I need chips and salsa. I need a margarita. I need to sit outside and have lunch. And the world around you is like, hey, but it's a Wednesday at 11:30, you have work. And I'm like, but the temperature says otherwise. Hand me an icy, spicy margarita, baby, because it's summer. But it's fake. It's early March. This happens. This happens like late February or early March every single year. You have like that one hot day. You sit with all your friends. You like have a coffee outside. You walk 20 extra blocks just to stay in the sunshine, and then you pack away all your puffers and hats, and then 3 days after you close the closet of winter shit, a literal snowstorm comes, and it's like an avalanche and you're freezing again. So this is the fake one. It happens every year, but it is still very enjoyable. And it's lighter, like later. That's a tongue twister. It's later. It's later. It stays light out later, and that's quite enjoyable. And I'm now healed of any ailments because of the sun. So I don't know, guys. This has been really fun. It's been exciting to have another little solo episode with you guys, a little cozy time. A lot of great guests scheduled for you in the future, so stick around. I'm glad you guys are listening. Let's just get into the ick and the love. So my ick is pretty straightforward. I've been shopping for a lot of furniture. I've been shopping for a lot of like home decor items or whatever to make the house cozy as we've moved. And this is the biggest ick, is when companies use like fake pictures. And I know it's like, hey, Theresa, wake up. AI is here. But it's so infuriating because like you try to buy something, and obviously I'm not a moron. I know if I go on Amazon and something's $53 and it's $900 at another store, it's probably a crappy dupe or a fake listing. Like I understand that stuff. I'm talking about like when they actually try to like use the photography and it's not obvious. It's so annoying because like Wayfair does it a lot. Like I thought I wanted this headboard and I was like, it does match. It's a good price. I was like really researching it. And then finally I look and it's actually gray. Like the one I was looking at is brown. The picture is like brown. There's no confusion. And they're like, the color is actually gray. But if I didn't read 7 paragraphs like a psychopath that I am, I wouldn't know that it was gray. And I would have bought it and it would have showed up gray and I would have cried. So I just don't like that. Like I would rather see like the jankiest picture if it's just a real picture, and then you can decide if you need that or not. And I get it. You're like, it's how they sell things. It's marketing and it's AI and it's how they sell things. I get it. Okay, I get why. I just think it's sad and they shouldn't do that. And they should do the right thing. And my love, guys, this is a basic bitch love, okay? My love this week is Target. Okay. I was at Target no less than 2 times this week. And you might be thinking Target's everywhere. Target's not a new thing. No, this type of Target is new to me. Okay. New York City Target is not like great Target. They don't have the clothes. They don't have the accessories. They don't have like the kitchen appliances and the home goods. New York City Target is like a mediocre at best grocery store. Okay. I went twice this week to like a suburban Target, and we don't even live in the suburbs. I drove to it. So I guess I could have gone anytime. I act like it's near me. But like, it's like a proper Target, like a sprawling Target of all the departments, all the floors, all the items you may need. And also things you don't need, but you buy them anyway because you're at Target. And it's not even just that it's Target. Like there's probably somebody listening to this being like, actually Target, something about like the brand Target. It's not about the brand Target, okay? It could literally be called Bumfuck's Chicken and Biscuit Diner, okay? It's the vibes that are created there. I feel like I was not a mom fully until I was in leggings strolling through Target with an iced coffee at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday in the type of Target that has all the stuff, all the makeup, all the sunglasses, all the Mishkan Brule that you don't need is in these giant Targets. And anyone that's listening to this that has a giant Target is like, ugh, this is such a lame love. Everybody knows everything about Target. Well, we don't in New York City, okay? We only know about online Target. We don't have the cool ones. So this week, 2 times, I was strolling to Target like a stay-at-home trad wife on TikTok, okay? And I don't know, guys, it did it for me. I don't know if it could be my life forever, but it did it for me. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I'm so glad that you're here. And just remember, it's all a little bit exaggerated. See you next week.
This has been Exaggerated. Thanks for sticking around till the end. Follow me on social media at TimoLynn. That's TMOLYNN. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Oh, and join the conversation by emailing me at exaggeratedpod@gmail.com. Until next time, don't forget, it's all a bit exaggerated.